watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Tosin Fakile. We're going to start with a check of your forecast.
All right, we're taking a live look right now at traffic moving across the Bay Bridge in Annapolis, Maryland. Meanwhile, the camera on top of our roof is moving with the wind. Let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with a check on the weather right now.
And Damon, honestly, it's not too warm, but it is pretty good holiday weekend weather, if you ask me.
Hey, we're getting some improvement, and Mark couldn't have said it any better. I mean, just things moving with the wind a little bit, including these clouds that are finally starting to break up. And that's the improvement we've been waiting on here heading into the holiday weekend. We've had a fair amount of gray sky today, a few more peaks of sunshine overall, though, so we've been able to soak that up. But looking back here across the I-81 corridor, most of Northern Virginia, the sun is starting to win out even more so, and that has allowed us to at least bring up our temperatures a little bit. However, this gusty wind has been trying to keep things in check temperature-wise. It is breezy, gusts around 25, 30 miles an hour for most, and occasionally we're seeing a stronger gusts above 30 miles an hour like in Hagerstown. So it is going to continue to stay breezy, but we will see more of that sun before the day is over. Now, as the clouds keep breaking up, we got a chilly night ahead of us, folks. However, getting into the holiday weekend, will we see things warm up after the chilly start? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Well, for many, the holiday weekend is already underway, and D.C. leaders are looking to crack down on teen takeovers after dozens of juveniles took over Navy Yard Park last weekend, causing a lot of chaos and committing some crime.
And it's not just happening at Navy Yard, it's also at the wharf, too. DC News Now's Mariel Carbone joining us live there now. Mariel, what exactly is the plan?
Well, come 5 o'clock, anyone 18 and under that is not accompanied by an adult will have to leave the wharf area. Now, this temporary juvenile curfew for the holiday weekend, it comes as district leaders are reevaluating the citywide curfew for juveniles.
There are a lot of people that are choosing to be disruptive, and that choice has to come with consequences.
For the last several weeks, neighbors in Navy Yard have been frustrated with groups of teens taking over parks and businesses, causing chaos and committing crimes. This video from April shows dozens of young people moving from the wharf to Navy Yard.
What do you do about those bad apples that are entering your buildings, that are harming residents, that are robbing local businesses?
We've seen groups of juveniles causing disturbances, damaging property. It is all unacceptable.
Friday, D.C. police announcing a plan of action, including a new curfew this holiday weekend at the wharf.
It will be a call at 5 p.m., I will say, over the loudspeaker here.
Friday through Tuesday morning, a juvenile curfew will be in effect from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. Kids will be asked to leave. If they don't, they could be arrested.
So we know that young people want to be around one another. That's how teenagers are.
Mayor Muriel Bowser says her team is working on legislation to adjust the citywide curfew, potentially making it earlier. Right now, it's 11 p.m. on weekdays and midnight on weekends.
I think the curfew will help if it's enforced properly.
Community members are supportive of the curfew change here, but
I wish that we had more information on what about those kids who do not choose to partake in any of the resources that our city has to offer. That's the problem in Navy Yard.
Now, to give kids a safe place to go and something to do this weekend, the city is activating a holiday hype that will be at Banneker Recreation Fields Friday through Sunday nights from 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. and it'll include music, activities, and other things for those kids to do. Reporting live from the wharf, I'm Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Mariel, thank you for that report. And happening now, another Maryland lawmaker is headed to El Salvador as the push continues to keep the spotlight on Kilma Abrego Garcia, the Maryland man wrongly deported in March. Maryland Congressman Glenn Ivey, who represented Prince George's County, is heading to the country today. Ivey says they've made the request through the ambassador to see Abrego Garcia, but doesn't know if they'll be able to meet him. Judges have ordered the Trump administration to facilitate Abrego Garcia's return, but so far the administration hasn't done anything.
This should actually go without saying. The president isn't above the law, and to the extent the courts are telling him to have him brought back so he has his day in court, they need to comply. And this is Schoolhouse Rock basic, separation of powers, checks and balances. The Supreme Court has the authority to order it. The president needs to comply.
Ivey says he will speak with Garcia's family before leaving and knows there are concerns about Garcia's well-being.
3 suspects charged with an armed robbery that took place in Bethesda. Police officers responded to the area of Woodmont Avenue and Old Georgetown Road. They say the suspects approached 4 juveniles, pulled out a handgun, and pointed it at one of the victims. They made them walk to a nearby ATM to withdraw money. As they were doing that, Montgomery County Police arrived, which sent the suspects on the run. And Jason Costello and Nicholas Clarkson, along with the juvenile, are facing charges, including armed robbery and first-degree assault.
An update out of Northern Virginia today. Fairfax County Police releasing body camera video of the Fair Oaks shooting that killed a man and injured 2 officers. It happened in April during a police traffic stop. The suspect, 36-year-old Jamal Wally, was shot and later died at the hospital. Now, some of the video you are about to see is the encounter between Wally and police.
That was a heck of a stop, sir. I held them and I'm on them. Don't reach for anything, dude. Don't come up a lot. Subject keeps him reaching first way.
Now, we paused the video before the shooting. Police shot Wally 4 times. The 2 officers were taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Police Chief Kevin Davis spoke today, saying the circumstance in this use of force was needed after the suspect fired first.
And I believe that he would have discharged several rounds, possibly killing our police officers if, in fact, the younger officer on the passenger side wasn't there to deploy deadly force. And he did that under a great amount of grace under pressure.
The 2 officers who were shot remain on injury leave. Meanwhile, the officer who used his weapon has been reassigned as this investigation continues.
Well, MADA says they're increasing police presence throughout the Metro system. The transit agency says right now there are no known threats to Metro, but you are encouraged to call and report any suspicious activity. We continue our coverage of the tragic shooting at the Capitol Jewish Museum. Ron Leshinsky and Sarah Milgram shot and killed while leaving an event. Police calling their deaths a target act of terror.
The suspect, a 31-year-old man from Chicago, he has had his day in court facing several charges, including first-degree murder. He could also face the death penalty. DC News Now's Yamarie Sase has more.
That's right. This is a death penalty eligible case, and Elias Rodriguez is facing multiple charges, including several first-degree murder charges and also several handgun-related charges, and more could be added as the investigation continues. Now, Rodriguez appeared for a preliminary hearing yesterday, just hours after the deadly shooting at the Capitol Jewish Museum. And according to police, Rodriguez told investigators he did it for Palestine, he did it for Gaza. An FBI affidavit reveals the attack was premeditated. Rodriguez flew from Chicago to D.C. with a handgun, then purchased a ticket to the event roughly 3 hours before it began. Surveillance video reportedly shows Rodriguez shooting both victims, Yaron Leshinsky and Sarah Milgram, multiple times even after they were already on the ground. And court documents also state Rodriguez expressed admiration for the U.S. Air Force member who set himself on fire outside the Israeli embassy last February, calling the act courageous. During a press conference, officials said Rodriguez will face first-degree murder for allegedly killing a foreign official, which was Leshinsky, who was in the U.S. on official business, 2 counts of first-degree murder for killing both Leshinsky and Milgram, and multiple felony firearm charges. Now, the judge also informed Rodriguez he could face the death penalty if convicted.
Violence against anyone based on their religion is an act of cowardice. It is not an act of a hero. It is the kind of case that we will vigorously pursue. Anti-Semitism will not be tolerated, especially in the nation's capital.
Officials say additional charges could be filed as the investigation continues, and Rodriguez will be in front of a judge again on June 18th. Reporting in Northwest D.C., I'm Yamarie Sase, DC News Now.
Yamarie, thank you for continuing coverage. Stay with us on air and online at DCNewsNow.com.
New today, Vice President J.D. Vance delivered the commencement address at the U.S. Naval Academy ceremony today in Annapolis. Vance spoke to over 1,000 military academy graduates. He told the class of 2025 President Donald Trump and himself are working to make sure U.S. armed forces are only sent into harm's way with clear goals rather than undefined missions.
You owe it to American people, to yourselves, but most of all to the people who sacrificed so hard to get you here. You owe it to them to do the best job you can. It's young people who are brave enough to put on the uniform and risk your life for this country.
Vance's speech also came with protesters over his administration's policies, including the academy's admission rules.
Well, starting today, Metro trains on the green and yellow line will be using its automated train operation. ATO controls the train's acceleration and deceleration and speed. Metro Red Line trains are already using ATO. Metro says ATO will not be used during severe weather, single tracking, and when workers are on the tracks. Metro also says that train operators will still be on the trains for safety precautions. Metro says that it will launch its contactless payment system, also known as Tap Ride Go, on Wednesday the 28th. The new system will allow riders to pay rail fares directly with a credit card on their phones. Metro employees have been testing the new feature for the last few weeks, according to General Manager Randy Clark at certain stations.
If you drive through the city of Bowie, you will see lots of red, white, and blue as the city celebrates Field of Honor for heroes and helpers. Dozens of American flags flying at Sussex Lane Park on Annapolis Road across from Bowie High School. Each flag represents soldiers serving in the military along with first responders. It is the 5th annual event that displays 150 flags. The city hopes it'll make the community come together in a patriotic tribute to honor heroes.
This means a lot to me to honor our veterans. You know, they gave up their life and their time to serve, to keep us safe, to keep us free. So I really appreciate that. My grandfather was a veteran. My father was a veteran.
And donations are what makes this patriotic flag display available as a gift to the community. Still to come, Memorial Day weekend.